Hi, this video is going to show an overview of how to use our Data Insights tab. So from our My Students page, I'm going to click onto Data Insights and it will show all the data from all of my students only. So it shows how many students I have, the application number, SAT, ACT average score, my admissions advantage over the national average, the students admitted in their top 5, top 3, and scholarship amounts. And then here is an acceptance map showing all of the schools that my students have been accepted in. And then this also just breaks it down so you can see the numbers of each of them. And then here is our scatter plot. And you can hover over each dot and it gives you more information about those students. So if I want to click and learn more about each student, I can click on a dot and it takes me right to that student's page with all of their information on it. Also on the Data Insights page, if we scroll past the scatter plot, you can see some more data, national acceptance rate, your acceptance rate, and then it calculates your advantage for that school. So if you aren't particularly as proud as you want to be about your advantage for all of your schools, and you're trying to show a new student or parent, but you have an advantage that's higher for a specific school that you know a student or a parent is interested in, then you can show them that specific advantage right down here. And then as well, at the very top, we also have our filters over here. Like I mentioned before in a previous video, you can use all of those filters here to kind of adjust your view on what you're seeing on your Data Insights page. To demonstrate the uses of the filters with Data Insights, I'm going to go to the My Groups tab. I'm going to select a Nerd Apply group just because this has more data and it can kind of show the power of group insights with more data better compared to just the demo. So I'll click on group insights and I see kind of a similar page as before, but with a lot more students, a lot more applications and data. So now that I'm on the group insights page under the Nerd Apply group, I have just put in a couple things to enhance my search. So I put in by acceptances to Stanford University and Southern Methodist, as well as nursing majors. So right now I'm seeing only the students and applications for students who were either accepted into Stanford or SMU and were nursing majors. So definitely has lowered my student and application number. And then just on the map, we're seeing those two schools, as well as the amount of acceptances in those students. And then here I'm seeing a much clearer picture. And on our scatter plot, that gives me some more information. And here I can see all the rejections, the acceptances. And what's really cool about this Data Insights page is I can look at two scores that are two student profiles that are pretty similarly scored on the scatter plot, where one was accepted into Stanford while one was rejected. So I'll just click on this acceptance and I can kind of see and compare and contrast what these profiles were like and why this student was accepted, maybe why the other one was rejected. So I can see the other acceptances and everything, can look at their GPA, their test scores, but then what will kind of show, give us a deeper understanding of why these students, the student was accepted and the other one wasn't, was I can look at their activities, some of their awards, their test scores, coursework, and then I can dive in and maybe see, look at some of these summaries of essays. And we can see that this student was accepted into Stanford but rejected from University of Illinois. So I can kind of do a deep dive into what those essay responses were. And then I can also go back and take a peek at this other student that was rejected, but right by the other students' scatter plot. And as this data loads, I can see all of this student's data as well. So here we see that, interestingly, the student was accepted into the University of Illinois, but rejected from Stanford. So here's a super helpful tool to kind of see what could have caused one student to be accepted while the other one was rejected. So I can kind of go back through these, see the differences between their supplemental essay responses. And yeah, so it's super helpful. Just kind of play around with these filter tools, give you a better picture on what can help students get accepted into colleges. So thank you for watching.